Birshut Rabbanim, with the permission of the rabbis, I came this morning today to try to make a revolution. Argentinian people are known for being revolutionary, so here I am trying to follow the steps of Che Guevara. So I am here this morning to try to destroy a widespread myth. I am here this morning to tell you the truth that has not been told from the Torah, and I think I'm going to prove it. I think. So this is what I'm going to tell you. Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, entered in the land of Israel. That idea that Moshe did not enter the land goes against what it's written in the Torah. I imagine you need a proof now, yes? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. First of all, let's see a map. Okay? So I brought you a map here, okay? I did myself, okay? You can see a map. What does the red dot represent here? Okay? Not you were here, but you're close. What is this? Yes. Anybody would like to guess what? Red dot here. This is the Jordan, okay? This is the Jordan. So it's what did you say, Carl? Very close. Anybody would like to another guess? What does the red dot represent? No, the map is for clearance. So red dot is clearance. Go find the red dot in the store and you'll get it for clearance. No, as Carl said, this is Mount Nebo, Ar Nebo, okay? The mount where Moses, okay, saw the whole land of Israel. So the text says, if you want to follow me, you can open the Humashim on page 1005. I'll be holding the map, you will forgive me. Here's the red dot, just in case you didn't see it. So, page 1005, okay? I'm going to read with you chapter 3, verse 27. Hashem is speaking to Moses and says, go up to the summit of Pisgah, goes to the top of the mount, and gaze about to the west, the north, the south, and the east. Okay? So, look it well, for you shall not go across yonder Jordan. Okay? So, God says to Moses, Hashem says to Moses, okay? Look north, east, how is guys? Let's go. Go to west, north, south, and east. All around, yes, is the land of Israel. Where is he standing? In Israel. I proved it, yes? Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with the Musaf on page. Okay, so I could not believe this when I was studying the Parsha. I was in shock, Hashem tells to Moses, look all around, he's standing, there is the land of Israel, so look to the north, okay? Israel, look there, Israel, look there, Israel, look behind you, is Israel, yes? So I was in shock, I could not believe, it was like all the foundation of the Jewish story was shaken. I had a similar feeling once in my life, and it was when I discovered the true identity of the tooth fairy. So, I couldn't believe that. Look all around Moses is Israel. Otherwise, Moses should have not looked to the east. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
No. Michael doesn't agree with me.
Because he's already saying he doesn't want to see the land of Israel. He says, I want to see what's over there. I want to see, he says, both the land, the good land in the valley, but also the Lebanon in the north, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so God says, look and take a good look around.
Look around and see. Yes, you're not going there. Okay. Okay. So the traditional point of view is that Moses was able to see all the four corners of the land of Israel from a distance. Okay? See around, you will see this is where you are not going to go. So you will see the east, the west, the north of, and the south of Israel. All of Israel you will be able to see. That's the traditional point of view. But the fact is that we can read differently. As I read it this morning, all around Moses is Israel. Otherwise, I say Moses should have not be looking to the east. So what do we do with this fact that I read? We try to make a sermon out of this. Okay, so I would like to present three options. Number one comes from a question that the Talmud already asked. Why does Moses need to go into the land? Does he need to lechol mipirya ulisboa mituba? Does he need to eat from its fruits and benefit from its richness? The answer is no. But you can say that Moses was already in the land of Israel, but he wanted to start fulfilling the mitzvot that depend upon the land of Israel. He was so into it that he wanted to start fulfilling the Shemitah and the Maaser and Yovel and Mitzvat Yeshivat Haaretz. He was in Israel, but he already wanted to start go and performing mitzvot. So Moses wanted more and more. And Hashem says, Moses, enough. Okay? Leave some for the rest of the people. Okay? You cannot do all of them. That's one possibility. Number two is to say that Moses indeed went into the land of Israel physically, but not spiritually. Being physically in the land of Israel does not mean that you are inside spiritually. Moses, according to our text, was not ready to lead the new generation into the land. As we know, he had to pass it on Joshua. The people are not the same people. He is not the same leader. And now his leadership consists not only in finishing his leadership, but securing the continuity of the people of Israel and the leadership of Joshua. We all need to be prepared physically, but also spiritually to enter the promised land. And that was number two. But for option number three, I need another map. So I draw a different map here. Very good. You can see. I've been working very hard for this sermon. So what's the red dot? Clearance, yes? Okay, so red dot is the Mount Nebo. So here you see, let me show you here. Okay, you see the map. Number three, all around of Moses is Israel. But there's a small path. Okay, you can see the small path that I draw here. Small, thin, and narrow path. A path that only Moses walked. A narrow path that led Moses up to the mountain to reach the highest point ever. Mount Sinai was not the highest mountain. Mount Nebo was much more higher than Mount Sinai. Moses walked a narrow path to reach the peak of his life and see all his accomplishments. He could not look around. He could now look around all four corners and see what he has done. He could see from the top and look back and forward and right and left and see that he was surrounded by a fertile territory. He could see that around him there was a land of blessings. Maybe all around of him was Israel, but that thin and narrow path and the Mount Nebo where he reached was not Israel. So he did not enter the land. Okay, that's my imagination. Okay, all around of him, so he could look around the four corners and say, okay, all around me is Israel, but that path that he walked is not Israel. And I want to ask you to think for a moment and walk your own narrow path. Climb your own mountain and see how many blessings you have. The Torah is teaching us by these few words to observe and appreciate all our accomplishments and all the good things we were able to achieve. Yes, the path is narrow because only one person can walk it and it is you. And it's not easy to climb that mountain, but you've done that. So now that you are on the peak, I would like to share with you something else. The verse says, Ale rosh apisga vesa einecha yama vetzafona veteimana umizracha. When you are at the top and you see all around the four corners and all you've done, there are two words that will give sense to this sentence. Sa einecha. Moses is commanded to look up and see the four corners. Sa einecha. Look up and see. Even though the path was narrow and the mountain was steep, you were not alone. Never forget to lift up your eyes. Sa einecha. Lift up your eyes and acknowledge and thank Hashem. Shabbat Shalom.